Hi everyone. Today is the 29th of August 2025. So I'm continuing this video clip. I'm going to just go straight into the evidence in a moment. So welcome to Authentic Ingenuity Entrepreneur. My name is Mina Crichton. I'm the narrator of this video clip and for every other video clip of my YouTube channel. So I'm just going to keep you guys in the moment with my case because my privacy is gone, because the case is a criminal case, because I'm being isolated and all the rest of it. It's quite obvious in my personal profile that since I lost my privacy, I've been used for money laundering and relationship scams, and globally too. So I'm just gonna go straight on to the evidence. Okay, but before I do that, we're dealing with very serious criminal offences committed by those in fiduciary duties or in public office. So we're dealing with, my case is definitely a case of trafficking in persons. Definitely rape is involved in there because of issues that I never disclosed happening when I was a child. But there's home invasion involved. There is definitely loss of a lot of lives. Felony has committed by some people. So this is why my case is life-threatening. For those that don't know what felony is, the felony is crimes committed by those in public office. Okay, so the motive is criminal motive and intent involving a case like mine. Okay, so it is a very serious case and it has definitely taken place in my case. I have actually exhausted the system. I think there's a total of over 20 judges in one case to do with my case. Also, there's been, heaps of court deputy registrars and involved in my case. So I've actually exhausted the system. So it's a malfunction of the justice system. Unfortunately, that's the truth of it. Okay, so perjury is involved in here. Okay, there's quite a lot of strict laws involving how perjury is actually being committed. So perjury can be committed in several ways, especially if people are actually under oath. Okay, when people in public office like the police, even doctors are actually on under oath, for those that don't know. But anything in public office, their services, if they're under oath, their services is, supposed to be law abiding, to uphold the law, obviously, and not to commit fraud or anything like that. But as far as the court's perjury is defined on the documentations that you submit to the court. So if it's misleading to the judge, or if it ends up being perjury, the documents submitted to the judge in regards to a case, that is perjury, and that's a very serious offence. If you're under oath, lawyers who operate under oath, they are expected to do everything under oath, and so is our politicians. They're under oath too. So all their acts, things they say orally and written, can be used against them. Okay, whether it's on social media or not. But it is a breach, but that's how tight perjury is, like the meaning of perjury. Okay, just continuing from the last video clip, the latest to do, the courts know that my case has gone live because of the situation I'm going through. In this way, everyone gets to make a judgment in regards to my case, because it's involving money, and it's also involving the courts system globally. And when a case like mine has been going on for so long, it's over and above serious. And I'm definitely the victim, and it's also, for others to know how to protect themselves. So going back to this email sent by the scheduler, his name is Ronald Marnie. Okay, so I've actually put in a lot of complaints lately, or all the time over the years, complaining about my in the moment situation, how body corporates are treating me. Okay, so I have a reasonable belief it's a syndicate internally, all operating together to sabotage, to do the stealing, to block. Okay, so that's a very serious thing. So I've had that problem with work and income, and consistently I've had that problem with the banks. I've had the problem with everyone because I'm being locked out. So this person here, he sent me an email on the 25th of August, and I ended up seeing the managers that I've been given information who their team leader is, or who they work under. Okay, they won't give out information of the commissioner. They won't give out the information of their CEO. So there's a cycle. I'm trapped in a cycle of people from the management down. Okay, so it's not going any further. So whoever's passing the information to the authoritative is either giving them the wrong information, misleading information, or withholding information. So if the judges are making unlawful strikes, it's because of the people that is giving them the information. Okay, so I'm not accusing anyone specifically, but I'm just explaining how the court system works. Now, the lawyers for IPCA is Karen Ferris, if you watch all the other video clips. But then Sean McCusker came in on July the 10th. Okay, on July the 10th, Karen Ferris for IPCA was supposed to submit a statement of defense as directed by the judge's schedule, Judge Saxon. However, she didn't submit a statement of defense. She just disappeared, and Sean McCusker came on. So he sent all his documentations, and then I put in a memo in response to all his documentation and addressed it for the judge. All right, just notice here, Judge Saxon has made a minute dated 15th of May 2025. She made this minute in response to Kay Ferris's for independent police. So the judge has acknowledged her as the barrister. Okay, so the judge made a direction for her to put in a statement of defense, which was due on the judge's schedule. Hang on. And I've already put this up, so I'm sure you guys are already read it. All right, so on this minute, the judge has given a direction for me to respond, to Kay Ferris's response, which I did by memorandum, and intending for me to continue with the case. I wasn't going to withdraw it. Okay, so the judge made a schedule. Okay, I've already put a clip out on this. So the judge has already made us another direction on the 4th of June. See the date here, Karen Ferris. She's put there, I direct for IPCA to serve its statement of defense and intended application to strike out together with supporting affidavits by the 11th of July 2025. But she didn't. Okay, this person didn't. So instead, the new IPCA came on board, new barrister came on board, and he put in a statement of defence by the 11th. Oh, on the 10th, he put it through. So I responded to his statement of defence, and I met the deadline right here. I did it by scanning, and then I filed the original judge's copy the following Monday. I told that to the court deputy registrar named Anne, that because I'd been doing things day and night, been working day and night just to meet the judge's schedule. On top of that, I've had to relocate at the same time. My situation was duress because of the pressure of everything I was going through. I do everything on my own. The opposing allies know exactly my position as an individual. So I've had to relocate. Went through all those issues that I had with work and income, and I've had to just write down complaints after complaint. Then I had my folders from my laptop disappear. Okay, somebody did something to it and everything disappeared. So I've had to redo all this application. I believe it was a part of a tactic to stall, to make things more difficult for me. So I'm in a vicious cycle of organised crime, somebody pinning me down, controlling and manipulating, a really cruel situation, inhumane. It's like, yeah, it's very bad. But anyway, I managed to meet the judge's deadline. I did tell this lady that Anne was her name. She's a court. She swore the affidavits, and I'd made an application for a judgment of liability to enter a summary judgment of liability. I'll hold it there for a minute. Okay, guys, for those that don't know, but when you file a judgment of liability, the courts have to follow the court schedule. They are not allowed to overcharge anyone. I have found they have overcharged me or making up their own charges. That's a serious fraud matter. That's something for the government to look at. But there is a court schedule for how much people should be charged for their documents. Okay, because I know some lawyers overcharge. They put in their own charge, blah, blah, blah. But they can get into trouble for overcharging the public too. But for a statement of defense, let me just find it. Okay, just bear with me. I'm just trying to find what I'm looking for. All right, guys. So according to the laws, a notice of an interlocutory application is a notice of a summary judgment. Is for the judge to enter a summary judgment. You see it right here. I'll try and make it bigger so you can see it. It's in the court schedule. It's for the high courts and also for the district courts. Okay, they can't go make up their own laws. Okay, and then overcharge people. But because it's a summary judgment to enter a liability, there is no fee. Can you guys see that? Why is that? You want to know why? It is because I know a lawyer can tell if they cannot contest it. So basically, this gives if I can satisfy the judge with the evidence that they, because the Crown cannot defend it, okay, or there's obvious perjury that's committed in my case, okay, that's an immediate judgment of liability, and that's what I've asked for the judge to do. Okay, I haven't been happy because the courts refused to swear my interlocutory application, because to me, I know without a shadow of doubt 100% that whatever I say and what I write is 100% true, because it's about me. But they've changed the system. They say they don't sign interlocutory applications anymore. Okay, even though the laws actually says that it needs to be signed along with an affidavit. So that's a very serious misleading and setting a member of the public, basically they're sabotaging my case. I've already done the research on the law. It has not changed. An interlocutory application is supposed to be sworn with an affidavit, even though the affidavit, I've already gone over our video clip in regards to the power of the interlocutory application versus for it not being signed. I wanted my interlocutory applications to be signed because I know that the courts cannot challenge it. I know I've won, and they have known too that I'm very honest. They know I'm really, like, they couldn't challenge it anyway. But depending on the judge can look at that document and think that it's not, like a interlocutory application for sealing an order. However, I have discovered that even though they have tried to mislead me, I've actually exhibited the statement of claim. I've exhibited the judicial statement of claim. I've exhibited all the documents, meaning they are legit legal documents sufficient for the judge to still make an order in my favour. But there is no fee, okay? I have also felt that the Crown or the people behind what I'm doing, they want to focus on someone like myself, as far as monetary, or, she's poor, she's this, she's just a gold digger. Well, that has nothing to do with it. But my evidence historically can clearly define that people have pinned me down while they're secretly stealing over child.